Orchard Park, New York. It's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. See Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here at Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get that complete to Reed. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. But so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
And, partner, when you hear about a 6'5", 235, 240-pound quarterback, you don't often think of him being overlooked coming out of high school, do you? That's exactly what happened to Josh Allen. Overlooked, ended up going to a junior college, Reedley Community College out in California, before matriculating to the University of Wyoming, and the Cowboys were so glad to get him.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
sliding out of the pocket. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 56 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler.
Herbert's pass.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Herbert's pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 41-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's got some space here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
16-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
The gun, Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers.
recovered by the Chargers.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go with Chubb on second down, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Going deep for Diggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
On the play.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team can have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Demetrius Harris there to make the grab. And the Bills have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive of 4 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Joe Reed, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Returnable for Lockett. He won't go down. Nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bills 14, Chargers 7.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for the Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. To throw, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Demetrius Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Rams ready to go on offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 6. At the 20.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The 18-yard line.
Chubb. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run. Chubb. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Nick Chubb.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. This will be caught inside the 10. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Chargers.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 13.
2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. They'll run here with Eckler, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read is key.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Sacked. A loss of 6 yards.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
1st down, Chargers.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Open man is Reed. He's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. But that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It's a gain of
10 more there and another 1st down. Herbert throwing again. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To the air again, Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Herbert back to the air. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Justin Houston in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Herbert, that's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Gonzalez's kick is good, but hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker, and if they did, that'll be a 1st down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Final play of the 1st half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And again, it's Chubb. Trucks over him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Bills 34, Chargers 10.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. It's Eckler again. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for L.A. Now it's Lockett. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills getting set to go. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. And let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it, what we're seeing right now are catches that are simply sick.
Well, you brought your A-game. You're fired up over those catches, aren't you?
Can't help it. Even as a former defensive back, I've got to tip my cap to these guys. They are balling.
I appreciate that. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now Chubb. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 42. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the Chargers' 23-yard line.
Here's Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to find Harris, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Demetrius Harris saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. And his kick is right through. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free.
Justin Herbert sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oh, he stays up. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. He'll get that complete to Reed. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5.
Tackled by
there to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
15-yard line.
On the carry, it's Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They run it again with Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And now running right through him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
Handoff comes to Chubb, able to slither by. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The tackle by Derwin James. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Hunter Henry, incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side.
Herbert's pass.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Again, Herbert. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That throw into the arms of Allen. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The Chargers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and a mile. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
It's
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Allen's throw is complete, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nick Chubb, he scored on the ground and through the air. And this offense continues to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chargers 10. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
By Drew Tranquill.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9. At the
They toss it left side to Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 20.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Bills defense now as they head out to defend here. And they forced the fumble last time. Now 4 turnovers for this defense. They've been darn good.
It's become a feeding frenzy, hasn't it? I mean, almost like the sharks. They descend upon their prey. That's what they've done this entire game. 4 takeaways, they preach it, and today they're living it.
Well, when you have that many, you probably think, all right, well, we'll just get another one now, right?
That's how it works. Everyone feels like, if I didn't get one, I'm doing something wrong.
We got to step it up. Hey, now look at it. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? Better bring it. You better bring it.
Herbert on first down now. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Chubb on the carry. Jerry Tillery on the stop.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on here, come get some. He don't want it.
And they will take a knee here.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Yo.
And they take a knee. The Bills are going to the Super Bowl as we say goodnight, everybody. And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.